Hey, this is Tom, and in case you're wondering, this is the reason why everything is green today. All the stocks are up yesterday and today because of what you're seeing on the screen right now. Pfizer is basically coming out and saying if you got the booster, if you got the third dose of the existing vaccine, you're fine with the new Omicron variant. Now, obviously, they'll still make the new version, partially because it's economically viable to make more versions of the vaccine. Why not? But basically, to their credit, they're basically saying, well, we tested it, and if you got the three doses, the booster shot, a booster with the current version of the vaccine raises antibodies 25-fold, providing a similar level as observed after two doses against the original virus. Basically, that says that as long as we can get people to get the third dose, the booster, they're fine for the most part against Omicron, which is really important for the way the market is behaving because it's essentially pulling the rug against we're going back to lockdowns theory. And that's why everything is going up. Pfizer is obviously going to go up. All the tech stocks are going to make a rally. Obviously, Carnival Cruise and Norwegian Cruise Lines and all the hospitality stocks also obviously will make a rally. Basically, we're going to go through this whole euphoric kind of reopening stage, which is always going to, people overbuy stuff. But in general, it seems to be why we have such a green day today. Now, on other news, which is also quite interesting, Tesla just reported delivering 53,000 vehicles made in China. So 53,000 vehicles which were made in China was sold in the month of November alone. That is impressive. What's more impressive is that they're up 350% from last year, as you can see right here. And even more impressive, the local derivatives in China went up from 13.7 thousand in October to 31.7 thousand in the month of November. And obviously, that's a very impressive growth that basically, again, pulls the rug under this whole argument that China and Tesla, the Chinese, they don't like Tesla. Tesla is losing ground in China. You have to remember, China is a big-ass country. And people may say, well, BAD or BYD, whatever the hell their name is, they're selling like 100,000 vehicles per month. Yes, this is China. There's plenty of people to go around for everybody. There's plenty of Chinese who want a Tesla, apparently. They just 2.5x deliveries from October to November just in China alone. Obviously, Gordon Johnson is going to use this minus 3% month-over-month number to, bash Tesla again. Nobody cares, Gordon. Give it a break. Now, I do want to show you this. This is actually very interesting. House passes bill opening way to quick debt ceiling increase. Now, I'll tell you what's funny about this. Essentially, the House just passed legislation, basically, that creates a quick fix. They can raise the U.S. debt ceiling by basically allowing a procedural vote. Instead of going through this entire, basically, look, under the terms of the bill, Democrats would receive one-time fast-track authority to raise the U.S. debt ceiling, likely by an amount sufficient to cover borrowing through 2022. Essentially, they're easing the process to raise the debt ceiling. And I found it a little bit amusing. It's like basically me saying, okay, future me, don't overmax your credit card and don't increase your credit card max without going through steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It's like a fat person like me, saying, well, don't go to McDonald's if you want to lose weight, Don't go walking around restaurants, Stay out of the danger zone, It's basically the same thing. So basically now they're saying, well, we just decided to raise the debt ceiling. Instead of working out the problems, basically, reducing government spending, we're just going to increase the debt ceiling. No problem solved. Obviously, the markets are going to react well to this, but there's still an underlying problem. You got a lot of debt that you need to fix, and raising the debt ceiling is not really a solution, rather like a Band-Aid on somebody who has a bad bleeding. So not going to help long term. They actually need to cut spending. I do want to show you this. Stocks already back where they were before Powell's hawkish tilt. Now, this is also very interesting. The speed at which everything went down and up. I just want to remind you all that we're still ahead of massive tapering. Probably at the beginning of next year, we're also going to see some increase in rates. We're about to see a lot of volatility. I don't want people just assuming that this is like party like it's March 2020. This isn't over yet. In fact, it hasn't begun. So the tapering, the increase of the interest rates, it's still to come. So there's a lot of volatility to come, a lot of bad times to come. This is a nice couple of days, but the problem still remains that we have a lot of inflation, and fixing that is going to cost us quite significantly. And I think the stock market will remain volatile for the next few months. And of course, I want to show you this. Crypto is a top contender for correction, money managers say. The same money managers that all missed out completely on the crypto revolution are now saying, well, it's top contender for correction. So the people who don't know what they're talking about are telling you that this is about to correct. Basically, they're saying digital assets are top contender for major correction in 2022. And there's a whole article here, but let me explain. Volatility and cryptocurrency is kind of, my grandpa and vodka. They go together. There's no surprises there. When I see these old school button-down dinosaurs talking about how crypto is volatile and how it's going to correct, I find that amusing because clearly the people who are commenting on this don't understand cryptocurrency and definitely don't understand where it's headed. I think that they confused as far as how crypto behavior is supposed to be. They think this volatility is bad. Again, if you're in cryptocurrency, none of this scares you. I mean, we've all seen 30s and 60s. The thing is, do you believe that crypto is the future and you believe decentralized currencies have a place in the modern economy in the future? I think they definitely have. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine as well. But I think if you do agree with me, investing in a good kind of mix of cryptocurrency might not be a bad idea, as long as you stay away from the shit coins, as long as you stay away with the established coins like a Bitcoin or an Ethereum or even stuff within that realm. The further you go down the spectrum, the more shady it becomes. I would avoid those part of the neighborhood. And as always, a huge shout out to the channel members and patrons. If you want to check out a video I did a few days ago about the top 10 stocks to ride out this inflation wave with, it's going to be right here on the screen. Go check it out. And if not, see you tomorrow.